What is up, guys? DJ Andrew from the Droid Syndicate team, bringing you a review of the AOKP Milestone 5 ROM for the Sprint Galaxy Nexus. So here is our device. I really do recommend watching my how to install video if you haven't already. It pretty much shows you how to install the ROM, the Google Apps, and yeah. So here it is, AOKP Milestone 5, the unofficial build. Go ahead and click on that link in the description if you would like it. But here it is. So when you first start up after the menu screen, it's going to ask you if you want to go to Launcher or Nova Launcher. Nova Launcher is a customizable ice cream sandwich launcher, and Launcher is just your stock launcher with no other customizations. So I am just going to show you guys Launcher now. It isn't really Nova Launcher. So here we go. In your notification bar, you're going to have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS with rotate for toggles, and you're also going to have a brightness switch with a auto toggle. And when you click settings, it's actually going to go ahead and toggle those toggles. So you can toggle between whether you want those toggles to show or not. And of course you can change that, so that's not like non-changeable. You can change that. But when you're in like, let's say if you want to go to settings from your notification bar, you just hold down on settings, and that's going to bring you to your settings bar. So ROM control is pretty much all the goodies, but before we go to that, I want to show you about phone. So looks like we're running 4.0.4 here, and our baseband version FC12, and yeah, AOKP mod version Milestone 5, as you can see there, just for extra proof if you don't believe me. Now let's go to ROM control, and in ROM control we have many tweaks, but here it is. So user interface general UI, looks like you can disable the boot animation, disable bug mailer, allow 180-degree rotation. So if you go ahead and enable that, I can turn my phone completely upside down and it will rotate. So that's pretty cool if I don't know, if you're playing a game with your friends, seeing who can do something faster, maybe you would want to enable that. But other than that, we don't really need that right now, so let's see if this will actually go back to normal. There we go. So it looks like you do have LCD density, and you do have horizontal recents window. So if you allow that, when you click on your button, it's going to be horizontal now, and you can just flip them upwards instead of to the side. And as you can see, it sort of does transition between your navigation bar there. You can disable the off animation, so this animation here, you can disable that, so that will probably save battery life, and will actually probably make it faster too. I'm going to keep that off. You can enable IME switcher, so that's going to be in the status bar, but it does require a reboot. You can enable volume options, custom carrier label, and a rotation delay. So that will change the delay between rotating as so. So let's say if you want that delay to be 10 milliseconds, let's say you want to go ahead and switch that. It's really fast. So that is just awesome. I love that feature because with ice cream sandwich, I don't know if you guys didn't know this, but it does actually make a very slow transition. So yeah, that will definitely help if you are mad at the transitions. But for now, we're just going to keep it at the stock 100 milliseconds. I'm not sure if it was at 150 or 100, but pretty sure it's at 100. So here we go, navigation bar. You can change the little, your little action keys down here. So this is your navigation bar. And you can change the menu location. So when you go into a app, there will usually be a settings. So you can change the location of that settings. And you can change it when you want it to appear. So menu visibility is that. You can change the navigation bar color. So this color is actually going to change the button color itself. So let's say if you want it to be red, it will change them to red, as I just did. And let's say you want them to go back to that normal blue, You can set them to the ice cream sandwich blue, but pretty sure we had them white. So let's go ahead and set that to white, and there we go. Navigation bar glow color, so that's going to be the glow that happens when you press that. So for instance, if you would like it to be red, when you click on that, it's going to sort of glow red, I guess. So that is pretty cool what they did in there. Go ahead and make that stock white again, and there we go. Navigation button quantity, so you can add stuff and you can not add stuff. So let's say you want 4. You'll actually get another action. So let's say you want that action and icon to be menu. So go ahead and click menu, and that's going to show a little menu button down here. And you cannot drag and drop to different locations. You actually do have to edit the other ones. So let's say if you want the menu to be where the home is, go ahead and click on that, and that will turn into a menu as well. Let's say you want this to be home, you can change it to that. And let's say if you've pretty much messed up like a bunch of stuff, you can just reset it, and that will simply reset your navigation bar. Navigation button transparency, that's always cool. The button glow animation, you can choose how fast that's going to be. So let's say if you want to edit with transparency, you can see that it sort of does mess with the visibility of the navigation buttons. So I'm just going to leave that at stock now. Bar width and bar height, I normally wouldn't mess with that. I think Google did a pretty good job of sizing them. So here we go, lock screen options. You can choose the different lock screen wallpaper, a lock screen text color. You can have menu unlock, so that's pretty cool. You can wait lock screen, so it looks like you can actually choose when you want the screen to turn off automatically. Lock screen battery percentage, so if you enable that, you will have a battery percentage right up there. You can have weather at your lock screen, volume wake, instead of messing up with my words there, volume wake, so you can press the volume button and that will wake your phone. Volume music controls, that's always cool. And you can also enable a on-screen lock screen calendar. You can enable a fast torch. You can have a horizontal lock screen. Quick pin unlocked. So you can basically enable that, and basically, I actually don't know what that does. So I might have to mess around with that. Actually, sorry guys, I don't know what that actually does. You can show the lock screen before unlock. So you can actually show your normal lock screen before your customized unlock. So let's say if you have a password, it's going to show the lock screen before that. And you can have custom app targets. Going into power menu options, that is this power menu right here when you hold down your power button. So let's say you want to show the torch toggle. You can see that you have a torch toggle right there that you can turn on, and that's basically going to turn on your torch. So that's a pretty cool feature. Go ahead and disable that. You can show the screenshot. I always do that, so then you can just hit power, hit screenshot, and then it'll simply take a screenshot. That's always pretty cool. And you also have a show navigation bar toggle. Weather, so you can always enable weather that will display it throughout the ROM, but I'm not really a weather kind of guy, so I just go out whatever with my shorts, my jeans, my shirt, whatever. Power saver, so you can actually choose when you want certain toggles to turn on and off, so that's always pretty cool. Probably save your battery life right there. LED options, so there's a little LED right down here, and you can actually change the color of that and when you want it to pulse on and off, and you can also have it flash when the screen is on. General in your status bar, so it looks like you can actually edit the toggles, enable brightness control. You can do lots of stuff, enable transparency, although transparency will lower performance. Notification drawer layout, so you can edit the layout, reverse, traditional, or just your regular layout, but that will require a reboot. Go ahead and hop into clock. Looks like you can edit the clock style, so let's say if you want the clock to be in the center, you can see that my clock is now in the center, but we don't like it there, so we can just make it go right again. AM, PM style, day of the week, clock color, and you can also enable an alarm icon. Moving on to battery, you can edit the icon style. So let's say if you don't like that icon, you can always change it to a text only, icon with center text, circle mod, or you can just not have a battery icon at all. So let's say if you want it to be circle mod, you can see right there that my battery icon is now sort of a circle with a percentage marking in the middle. But we're just going to keep that the regular icon. We do have battery bar location, battery bar style, so that's actually going to edit the style of the battery bar. You can have a charging animation. I always like the charging animation. You can have a battery bar color and battery bar thickness. Signal, that pretty much just edits your signal bars. You can have different styles and so on. You can also hide your signal bars if you don't want them there. And last but not least, you have their tools. So performance, you can overclock and underclock. I prefer underclocking. I really do not recommend messing with these voltage controls and stuff and scaling the governor unless you know what you're doing. I don't really recommend messing with it because it could pretty much blow up your phone. And when I say that, I mean literally it has happened to people. So yeah, you can set it at boot and you can have fast charge, but I really don't recommend these. It can jack up your phone. So if you do end up doing this and your phone gets messed up, short little disclaimer, it is not my fault. So go ahead and don't blame it on me because it is not my fault. I'm simply just showing you guys what the ROM does. Startup tweaks. Looks like that'll actually enable your super user to go into this setting tweak it, like at all. So zipline APKs, you can enable an SD speed boost. You can enable the startup tweaks. You can fix permissions, clear cache, enable system control, enable scheduled tasks, and that's about it. So that's pretty much ROM control on the AOKP. Overall performance of this ROM, I'd say it's a definite go for people who want better battery life and better overall customization and user experience. So yeah, this was the AOKP Milestone 5 ROM for the Sprint Galaxy Nexus. Go ahead and click that subscribe button above for more support. And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Feel free to critique me in the comments below. I always like your guys' feedback and help. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to watch my how to install video in the description. Also, what will be in the description is the ROM thread. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see y'all later.